everyone, my name is Roz and welcome to my upcycling channel. Now I'm a passionate upcycler and I have been for quite a few years. I've found online a very interesting site called Catwise, which a lot of you may have already seen, and I thought, oh, I'd really love to make something like that. So I sent away for the pattern and I will put a link to Catwise at the end of my video. I made the full jacket with the hood, so there it is there, and it's just using thrifted jackets, sweatshirts, sweaters, whatever everybody likes to call them from whatever part of the world you're from. And you can do it using a normal sewing machine and finishing off with a zigzag. If you've got an overlocker, use that by all means. I used my overlocker and I chose to stitch on the outside just to give it a little bit of an edge. Okay, so today what I'm going to do, go through with you, because this did get a little bit complicated when it came to the hat, etc. So today I'm going to start you off just with a skirt, and I'll show you how to do it in a really easy way. Okay, let's get cutting. So here we are at the cutting table. Now what I've thrifted for this project, I've got an animal print batwing sleeve shirt. I've got a black cardigan that I've already cut the bottom off for another project and used it somewhere else. And also I've got another animal print, just a little long top sort of thing. Okay, now I'm not using a pattern, so wish me luck. So the little trick that I'm going to show you with the batwing top, which I've done before and it turned out so well, I'm going to use I'm turning it upside down and I'm going to use the band for the top of my skirt. Okay, now I've done some measuring and I know that I need 7 inches from the top of the waistband down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure 7 inches and I'm going to put a pin mark and 7 inches on both sides. Another pin. Okay, now I'm going to get my big ruler, lay it across so I get this nice and straight. Although it's not rocket science, it doesn't have to be perfect. And my trusty scissors. Okay, the first cut, here we go. And the beauty, when you're working with stretch fabric, it's very forgiving. So, you know, you can usually, if you do make a little error, it's quite easy to overcome it. Okay, so now we've got the band and another little piece. I just kind of find that if you've got that little bit of extra, it's quite flattering rather than coming straight from the waist. Right, so we'll put that aside. Now, what we're going to do for the panels, we are going to use the sleeves of all of these thrifted items that we've got. Now, again, I've done some measuring and I need 22 inches. So I'm going to measure all the way up here to 22 inches up the sleeve and put a pin. Again, 22 inches from the cuff. Okay, and I want it to be at an angle, but you know, not too much. It's going to have a little flare at the bottom, so we're actually going to use the cuff at the top because that will be the thinnest part. So what I'll do, I'm going to start cutting. Like so, and when I get past the wrist, I'm going to cut both top and bottom. Okay, here we go, here we go. Ooh, exciting. Okay, and this is going to be the bottom. And then what I like to do, I'm going to cut again along this. This has got a seam because it's a batwing top. I'm going to cut along that seam. And make it 2 separate panels. So we've got 2 panels, and what we're going to do is the same. So there's, if you can see, it's going to sit at the bottom of the band, and I'm going to stitch all the panels on. So there's one panel, another panel, and then what I'll do, the other side, I can use one of these as a guide, lay it on top, so I'm going to get the panels all the same. Okay. So again, I'll start cutting, oops, at the edge, like so. It's a bit thick here, so I cut in between. Okay, and when I get past the cuff, then using this as a pattern, see, it doesn't have to be complicated. Sewing should be easy, and you'll get lovely results. Here we go. It's that first cutting thing in the beginning that's the hardest, but once I get past that, I don't know what you're like, but you're probably the same as me, and once I'm past that, I go, okay, there's no turning back now. And it does get exciting. Okay, so I won't cut that yet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay the black sleeve on top, like so. Get it all laid out. Okay, here we go. It's a little bit shorter, so we might have to make it that little bit shorter. You've got to go with the shortest one, but we'll see. Once it's all stitched together, we can take it off. And this black one is going to be a little narrower than the other one. And what I'll do, I'll just cut it off from here, just under the arm, straight across. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut the black panels and that colour animal print, and I've just got the last two sleeves to go. So we've fast forwarded a little bit, and I've decided I have to go with a 19-inch panel because my shortest sleeve was 19 inches. So my skirt will be a little bit shorter, but that's the way upcycling goes. And at the end, we can always add at the bottom some sort of a decoration. Okay, so we've got another two there. And the next two can go here. And you know, you can always use all the leftovers. There's plenty of things you can find to do with your leftovers. Now, and I'm not sure if any of you have gone onto my Instagram site and had a look at some of the things I've made in the past. If there's anything out of that that you'd like to know how to make it, just send me a message, and yeah, I'll gladly help out. And because I'm always looking for tutorials that people want me to do. I often get asked, oh, how did you do that, or how did you do this? I've got a lot of ideas up my sleeve, but yeah, people do want to know what I've done in the past. Okay, so again, cutting it into two along that seam. And then what I'll do when I'm joining them, I will alternate the different patterns. And generally I'll put a black in between to break it. I'm just going with the black and the animal print in this one. I'm not putting another colour in like I did with the big jacket. There we go there. This one needs cutting along the seam. Ooh, I think it's going to turn out nicely. That's half the fun, isn't it? Just the anticipation. Okay. There we go. So we've got all our panels, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them out in the order that I want and decide and measure and make sure that I've got enough to go all the way around the skirt. Okay, back again. So what I've done, I've cut out all the pieces for the panels, and I have laid them out how I would like to sew them together, and measured along, and then I've measured my waistband, and I need from the bottom here 40 inches. So I've got 40 inches along here, but by the time I stitch them together, it might be a little bit short, but that's the beauty of working with stretch fabrics, because I can make it fit and it'll still look fine. Okay, so I think it's time to get to the machine. So the panels are all stitched together like so, and I've decided that I'd really like that black and white panel in the front. And also another decision I've made is when I attach the band, I really don't want any accentuation on that hip area, so I'm going to stitch it with the seam on the inside. it's just my choice, but you can do it whichever way you like. So the top that I cut, the batwing top that I cut to use as the band, already had a back seam, so I was very lucky there. So I used that and found a center point at the back, and then I found the center point for the front and the two side points, and I just pinned the band on. And now all I need to do is go and stitch it together, and then we'll go on to the next step. It's all coming together. So the band is stitched to the panels. That's the back. There's the front. So now I would like to add a little bit of length. So what I've done, I've gone to my stash and I've cut rectangular pieces. You know, just the odd lengths, it doesn't matter, they don't have to be uniform. And I'm going to put a strip of that around the bottom. So I've put the bottom strips on, join them to the bottom, again, stitching on the outside. Now what I would like to do to finish the bottom, again, using up some of my strips, I've just gone to my stash and I've found bits of black, joined them all together. And what I want to do now is just make a little frill around the bottom. I will stitch it on, and then what I'm going to do is stretch my fabric as I put it through my machine. I think they call it a lettuce finish. So just to give it that edgy little bit on the bottom. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Okay, well, it's all finished, and as you can see, I put the little ruffled edge on the bottom. Okay, now another fun part, time to go and style it up. Let's see what I can do. Well, here it is, the big reveal. Just look what you can make with some leftover sweaters, sweatshirts, jumpers, and it's just so much fun. Okay, so while I've got you here, I'll just let you know that I'm going to put a link down the bottom to a wonderful group of ladies, the Mandy Wildman Upcycle Sewing Rebels. Honestly, they have been so helpful because maybe I've been sewing for a while, but I have to say, when it comes to technology, I am challenged. All right, so thank you, Mandy Wildman and the Upcycle Sewing Rebels. And you guys, you know, go over there and join in if you can. If you become a premium member, there's lots of bonuses, and we get together every now and then on a Zoom conversation, so you can put in your questions that you might have. Now also, I'm going to put a link into Catwise, who I got the original pattern for this jacket from. And yeah, so, and don't forget, when you've watched this video, pop over to my shorts on YouTube, because I'm going to do some photos so you can get a better look at this skirt. Okay, thank you so much for watching today, and happy sewing, and we'll see you next time.